Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing another kind of an update video slash empties video. So I have my little bowl. This is what I use to collect my empties. It's a little like kind of fishbowl looking thing. As well as some of the items I talked about in the intro to this, which is like a video called Use It Up Challenge or something like that, from back in January or December or something like that. So I will talk about those products as well. Actually, I'm going to start there. So in the first video, I talked about this little sample of Urban Decay lip products that I wanted to use up. Now these are things I wanted to use up like over the course of the whole year, so like it's not like a failure that I haven't touched them yet, but I have not touched these yet. So still hoping to throw these into another empties video throughout the year. Like I said, I'm going to be kind of doing updates every month. Just showing you what kind of things I have been able to use up, because like the challenge is just like a use it up challenge. It's just kind of, it's not really a challenge. I mean, like it is, but at the same time, it's like I'm going to throw in all my empties to show you guys, you know, what I used up anyway. So this is still here, still in my collection. Also, one that I talked about wanting to use up that I have not reached for in this first month was these little Winky Lux pill lipsticks. They're so tiny. I talked about that in the last video. It's not that I don't like them. I do like them. It's just I just haven't thought to reach for them yet in 2020 so far. So in the first month. So that's something I'm going to have to work on going forward to try and get the use out of them. One thing I mentioned, in the last one was the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I use this daily, but somehow there's like a lot of product in here because I thought I was going to reach the end like real soon because it was so empty, and I'm still getting a little bit out of this. So it's still going, but it's really close. Probably next month or something, or the month after that, I think. I mean, I don't know. I'll see the end of that. And then I did mention in the intro video that I had a little 4-pack of Coastal Scents sample shadows. So here's what happened with those. I wanted to depot them to put them into like my Z palette, but then because they were in that little plastic sample thing, I couldn't really heat them up without melting the plastic. It was like a very thin plastic. So I just tried to like pry them out, and I ended up breaking 3 out of the 4. So I don't have them anymore, except one shade, which survived. And that is, I don't have the names anymore either because the package I threw away. But this is the only shade left. I do still have it. I have not yet touched it, but it is in with a bunch of, I depotted a huge palette that I had, that big, if you guys have seen my really old videos, I had this big like chunky palette that was like a staircase and had a bunch of different colors on it, and it was just way too big. Like I never wanted to reach for it because of the sheer size and bulkiness. So I depotted all of the shadows from there and put them in the Z palette. So it was a pretty messy project, and there were quite a few casualties. Like I only think I fully lost one shade because it completely broke, but all the other ones, there's just like little chunks that came off, but I was able to like salvage the majority of them, and I just have that Coastal Scents one in there because it's actually kind of the same size. So that's where that one is right now. Not sure when and if I'm going to use that up, because now that it's in my Z palette, it's less of like a small item to just toss, because like it's in a palette now. It's like stored better anyway. But next I talked about this NARS sample. Oh my gosh, my eye's so itchy all of a sudden. So this NARS sample lipstick that I mentioned in the last video, that this is, like I said, a sample. So it doesn't roll up at all. Like what you see is all that's in there. And I have actually used this a couple times this month. I don't know if you can see any progress. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So that's how much oh, it was good for a second there. Come on. So that, anyway, you get the idea. That's how much I have left in this lipstick, this little red lipstick. So I do still think I'm going to finish it this year, but I don't reach for red lipstick a lot because I wear a lot of cool tone shadows, and I find it looks better with a nude lip. And then I also tend to do like pretty dramatic eye looks on a regular basis. So combining that with a red lip is like really overkill. So it isn't like my most reached for lipstick, but whenever I do need a red lipstick, I 100% will reach for either this one or this one, because they're going to be the easiest to work through. So now that that's done, there were a couple other items I mentioned in the first video, and I will be getting to those, but they fall into the empties category, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to go through with you guys what's in the empties category. So I mentioned this lipstick. It is the Annabelle Lip Gloss stick that I had in the original video. That only had a tiny bit left. It is now done. I guess I could, if I really wanted to, reach in with like some kind of a lip brush and scrape out like the very last little drops, but I really don't see I don't see myself doing that. I like things that I can slap on really quick. I don't want to have to dig things out. So for me, this is finished. It is done. It is an empty, so that's pretty cool. I love having empties. It feels so satisfying to use up products. So the next one I have that I also mentioned was very near to the end is this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So it is completely empty at this point. I am on to a new one. Love that primer. It's like my favorite primer, so I do have another one going now. Next is my Stay Matte foundation in Light Porcelain from Rimmel. This one was also very close to the end. I have repurchased it, so I am still using the same one, but this is an empty. Next I have the powder, my favorite go-to powder that I use from the Body Shop, and it was all crumbled out at the very end there, but it is good. Give me 2 seconds because I hear something beeping. Let me just pause this video. Okay, sorry about that. I've never actually tried this pause feature on my camera. I didn't realize I could pause and then come back. So hopefully this works. It looks like it's worked. Yeah, that was just my lunch. I had like a pizza in the oven, so I had to go quickly grab that. But I'm almost done this video anyway. So when I use this powder, the one I just showed you was empty, I use it with like a powder puff that you just buy in like a 4-pack at the store. But every time I use up a powder, I get rid of the powder puff because it usually ends up looking disgusting like this one by the time I finish it up. So it is now trash. That is in the empties. I have another one obviously that I'm now currently using. And I want to also mention, it's not in here because I forgot to save it for the video. I ended up throwing it away. But I got rid of my beauty blender that I was working on. Or working with, I should say, and I got a new one, and this one is not Beauty Blender brand, the other one was. This one is the Jeffree Star and Morphe collab. It came with 2 minis and a big, like, regular size one, and so far I actually enjoy this one more. I find it's a little bit denser, and the little holes in it, like the little sponge holes or whatever, are a little bit smaller, so I find it gives me more even coverage on my face with less sliding around. Like I found the Beauty Blender brand one, like it would apply it nice on my face, but if I even like grazed my face or touched it, everything would move, like everything would slide around. And this one's like gets it more into your skin, I feel like. I don't know, maybe that's just my, it was cheaper too, so that's kind of a bonus, but that's my personal opinion. So this is the current one. I got rid of the other one. It actually ripped also, so like that's the whole reason I kind of got another one, was because the original one, like the whole top kind of ripped off, and I was like, well, might as well get a new one. So there's that. And then the last thing in my empties is my mascara, my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And this actually does still have a little product in it, but it is really dry. And also the stopper that like there's some kind of ring inside the top that like scrapes off a lot of the mascara for you, so that when you pull it out, it's not like just a big glob. And that ring, something happened to it, because it's not there anymore. I can feel the difference, like nothing, it's not tight when I push it in, it's like loose as hell. And when I put it in and get product on it, there's nothing to like scrape the product off, so it ends up looking like this. I don't know, can this focus, please? Come on, camera. It ends up being all gobby and disgusting. Like there's no way I could put this on my face and not have a gigantic mess. It's not gonna focus because my camera's a piece of shit, but anyway, I think you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this is essentially garbage now. It was almost out anyway, so it's not a big deal, so that is in the empties as well. So that's it for empties for the month of January. I know it's not crazy tons because, I don't know, some YouTubers do these empty videos and they have so much, and I'm like, how? Like, how is that possible in 1 month's time? I don't get it. But I'm hoping that I will have some more for you guys Next month, I don't know if I'll have quite this much, because this for me is a lot. This is actually a really productive month. Like, I feel like I had a lot of empties this month compared to normally. So we'll see where we're at in February, but this is a good start to my Use It Up challenge. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more updates on a monthly basis for this challenge, as well as my panning projects. I am doing a pan to repurpose challenge with all of my like tin packaging pallets that are right there. I'm also doing a pan, like a roulette, kind of like a rolling project pan. So I have playlists for all of those on my channel if you want to binge watch any of those. I did just start this year, so there's not like a huge playlist. They only have like 2 videos each, but anyway, yeah, I would love it if you guys subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow, because I do daily videos. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.